tools. I'm going to have a sieve, a measuring spoon, a chashaku, and I'm going to get my matcha. Today we're going to be using this Samidori blend by Mr. Takaki. You're also going to need some milk, of course. I like to use 180 grams of milk. And a good idea to get yourself a cup. So get a cup and a saucer. And there we go. Just on one of these cloths here. You need a cloth for your espresso machine to wipe off the wand after you've purged it. Good idea to set your temperature for 65 degrees centigrade. Okay, so here goes. Bowl with a lip on it. You're gonna want to weigh out 2 grams of matcha. I find it's really useful to use your chashaku as a leveling off tool. Normally it's used for lifting the matcha out of the natsume or container. I push the matcha through a sieve. You don't want that process to take more than 3 seconds. This is a good moment to lid your matcha. 65 degrees centigrade water on 2 grams of tea. You're gonna need 30 grams. Always better to have a little bit less than a little bit more. So I'm gonna stop at 29.4 grams. When you're whisking, helps to draw M's and then whisk vigorously. I like to look at a clock because I'm gonna go for 15 seconds. Draw M's, then whisk vigorously for 5 seconds, then draw M's again. And you want a nice froth, ideally. So you can see the texture is kind of like a nice espresso shot. And then I like to give it a swirl and pour. Remember, matcha is suspended particulate. It's not dissolved like sugar or salt. And then you're gonna want to steam up some milk. So purge the wand. Surf the surface of the milk. Let it vortex. Introduce air just a little bit with little chirpy sounds until the pitcher gets a little warm. Then you want to do a pretty intense vortex to integrate that air into the milk. Gives it a very nice dessert-like texture. You don't want to get hotter than about 140, 150 degrees C or 160 degrees centigrade. Should be the texture of the milk. No visible bubbles. Then we like to pour there you go. A matcha latte. See how it tastes. So you don't really want to, some tips actually, are you don't want to use too hot of a temperature. It makes it too bitter. So 65, 70 is going to be your max temperature. If you don't have a temperature variable kettle, use the vessel transfer method. Boiling water is 100 degrees. If you're in a cafe, generally your hot water tower is 90 degrees C. So you need to do at least 2 vessel transfers in a cafe, 3 vessel transfers in a home. In a cafe, you basically put the water into your bowl, pour that into a little ounce cup. Then you could put your matcha through the sieve. If you don't have a scale, you can use a leveled off teaspoon. You saw how close it was to, it was 2.0 grams this time. It's off and off by like 0.1 or 0.2 grams. Percentage wise, that's a pretty big deal. You're looking at 5, 10%, if not sometimes 15% inaccuracies if you don't weigh. The temperature of the milk, the kind of milk, I like to use a whole fat milk. I've been into oat milk recently too, so however you want to roll there. But I don't really increase the amount of matcha I use for the drink size as long as I'm keeping that drink size under 12 ounces. So here I've made an 8-ounce matcha latte, 2 grams. Makes it taste beautiful, but you can also use the same method for making yourself a matcha macchiato, matcha cappuccinos, matcha cortados. You can essentially parallel your entire espresso program with matcha and use it instead. Really good for fatigue relief, 6 hours, helps with memory retention, helps with mental clarity, all sorts of good stuff happening. So yeah, give it a try, and hopefully you like this recipe. Give us some feedback and follow our channel, and let us know if this has been beneficial for you. Take care.